I love my Hensel-like bowls, whether I'm in Australia playing with my Dreamline XGs or playing in the Northern Hemisphere, winning 2 gold medals with my Tiger bowls. I know I feel confident and comfortable with the line, and I know they'll get the job done.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Bendigo East Bowling Club. We're here for day 2, State Champs Week here. And we have our first final this morning. We have our ladies' fours final, and it should be a cracking game. We've got another cracking day. And we have in this women's fours final from the Goulburn Murray, who have got the mat and starting the match. Sue Tyson, Jenny O'Connor, Jenny Hill and Kerry LEASK. And they're playing the Yarra team of Cheryl Atkinson, Jodie Neville, Tris Doolan and Sammy Atkinson. My name is Josh Thornton, and I'm finally sitting alongside Sam Rogers, who's been hiding all morning. I don't know where he's been.
Give me a spell.
And
first final.
That's it.
Champs Week AT. Up and about for this one.
No, and maybe they, if you looked on paper, one of these teams might have been predicted to potentially get here, the other one not. But I'd argue they're definitely the two form teams based off the results. I mean when it's knockout, but their wins have been convincing and strong, and
they have, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they've been two very informed teams. Sue and Jenny currently play at Shepparton Park. Jenny O'Connor's from New Mercer. And I'm actually not even sure where Kerry LEASK is at the moment. She's actually moved around a couple of times, so I'm actually trying to play catch-up at the moment. Cheryl, Tris and Sammy Atkinson are all at Richmond, and Jodie Neville's at Bundoora. Fours final, as of all the other fours events throughout this campaign. 15 ends, 2 bowls obviously. Dead ends replayed. No time limits in our state championships. Also this morning we have the final men's pair semi-final, which is going on in Green B, which we will get some live scoring done.
Yes.
And also the commencement of the men's fours. We're at round 16 stage. So I'm still the current champ for another 24 hours, Sammy.
You're holding on to that for a long time, as long as possible.
I might even go for some beers tonight just to re-celebrate it, you know. So, and then I'm done, dusted.
A few of the boys are still up here as well, aren't they?
No, I think Buck might be still floating around. He's got to come back and play state singles later in the week. Morning, Sarah. Hope you're well. Yes, the men's final, pairs final will definitely be on this afternoon. That's our second live stream match, so 2 finals in a row. How good's that? And depending on results is whether we need another third time slot today. And we'll keep people.
We will see.
We'll see. Haven't even watched a real bowl this end yet. I've been just checking out things, talking. Better get back to the action. I know Sue and Jenny are both using Dreamline XG. Jenny Hill, the third, is using a Hensel-like Cruise, which not many of them getting around. I actually said that to her before the start of the match. my second appendant uses it, and he's just. And Kerry LEASK is using a set of Drake's Conquest.
Northern Gateway lads have picked up a 6 on the opening end against Murray Mallee in the men's fours. And JT just...
Oh.
So, 15 end games.
Oh.
Long game, JT.
Oh, yeah. I think I've already said the men end in that. You just repeated it again. You're not listening, mate.
I just wanted to say it was a long game. There's a long way to go.
What a morning. Is there a cloud in the sky, Sammy? I can't see one.
No.
No?
This is how it started out yesterday, and then it turned a bit overcast later on in the morning, and... no?
You're splitting hairs a little bit.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
it was just I think today's even better again,
Yeah,
though.
it is,
You're right about that. Morning, David. Hope you're well. Currently, it's the Sue Tyson bowl that's shot. Well, it's close. I actually changed my mind now looking at the screen. Good shot there by Triss. Getting the jack out on the skirts of the rink. Still in.
Stayed in, has it?
Yeah, well, they're looking at it. Brady, you're going to move the camera. Come on, lift your game.
Lucky someone moved that bench out beforehand. Who's done that?
Tonks goes, oh, we got it. Yeah, we got lines. We got to move seats. He was losing it. Not really. Tonks does anything for us. Westy, Brady dropped a 6 first then, so it hasn't started well for the Murray Mallee boys.
Jack has stayed in, and Kerry LEASK makes no mistake in drawing the shot.
What have we moved? Half a rink closer to us?
Yes.
Yes. From yesterday.
7 rinks in action up here today. On A green.
Sammy's awfully close herself. Triss had her finger up and then she
looks
turned
pretty
it to...
right. Just ran a little bit further than they thought initially.
His condition was fine, Westy. He's all pumped and he knows he's got to carry Rowdy, so... Kerry LEASK, not a bad bowl if it gets in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's got back in bounds or not, has it?
It's hard to say. Umpires, oh, Triss is calling out. They called an umpire. We also have paddler this morning in the final. We have a brand new ITO and probably one of our youngest ones, Rowanna Smith.
Have paddlers for all our team events for our finals. Thanks to all those that are up here this week. Just indicating it is close, but should say possibly down. JT still far away.
Very similar bowl.
Just needs to sit. What is going on here? Want to measure it? Put a tape on it.
One it is to the Yarra team. Start this women's falls final.
Plenty of action to come later on this afternoon, JT. The women's triples.
Yes, they start after
16
lunch.
Kicking off, yep.
Great start by Sher Atkinson. Morning, Nors. Hope you're well. I reckon the green's probably running a nice 15 this morning, Sammy, and it'll probably get up to 16 at some stage later on today.
Yeah, at least. So even last night in that pairs, what was it, semi-final late on in the evening, finished up around 7 p.m. and I reckon still at least 15.
No, I thought it dropped more than that, to be honest with you.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought it was down closer to 14. Tell by the way the bowls were stopping quickly still.
They were a little, except for the last one, which ripped back late and for the game winner. What a shot.
That's shot of the tournament so far, and again, we've only had one day, but
It's gonna be
that was
hard-
a hard one to beat. It
Yeah.
was up there. Hey, Tim. Oh, that's brilliant. Lockie from Geelong. He's already qualified as a national umpire at age 13. How good's that? So you can follow in Rowena's footsteps and become an ITO next as well. Brilliant. And Johnny Roberts, yes, he is a legend. There's now a running gag after yesterday that we all said that Cheryl and Jodie look like sisters, and now everyone's sort of running with it a little bit now.
Yeah, I made that mistake, I reckon, on N1. Wrong way around. Jodie's leading. Oh, no, never mind.
Morning, Briggsy. Hope you're well. You have a head full of a lot of information, and I love it. And he said Kerry Leask's father, Kevin Hurley, was a Morris medalist in the Owens and Murray Football League and an Austral wheel race cyclist. What a multi-talented person.
Yeah.
Because the Owens and Murray is the best country footy league getting around, bar none.
We had this discussion when were we talking about this the other day?
Probably, and it is. Yeah, when we were talking about Adamo.
Oh, yes.
Adamo, whatever you...
Adamo, yeah.
And
Adamo.
yeah, I'm from that area, so I'm biased, but definitely is. And if he's won a Morris medal, it means he's I nearly said the word that I said 3 times yesterday, a good footballer.
Very good.
My word was going to start with B again. Jenny, yeah.
Oh, he opens it up a fraction.
Yep.
Played it really good this time. Sits the bowl through.
Good bowl.
Got it far enough.
Score updates from across the green. Northern Gateway's leading 7-1 over Murray Mallee after 3 ends. Shizlecki's leading 1-0 after 1 end over BCG. The rink closest to the live stream rink, Yarra is leading Eastern Rangers 1-0 after 1 end. The dude at the end.
Who's the dude?
It's Maney.
Who's two?
And then he went and moved again.
Shout out the dude.
I'll tell Maney that's his new nickname.
Dude, mate. Right. 4-hand draw here. Touch of the jacks, really good. Not far away.
Very close. Gets in front of him. Flops is very good too.
Control the shot.
What a shot. Tell me, Sammy, when you're playing, does something like that distract you?
Nah.
See, and there's plenty that does, and that's fine because I get it, depending on where their aiming point is, you know.
It
So
depends,
if you're a bank bowler or, you know, wherever it is.
Yeah, I get it.
Whereas I reckon there could be someone doing a cartwheel naked behind the rink and I wouldn't even see him.
I feel like you'd pick up on that.
Nah.
No?
Nah, just put a bowl down and try and get close.
That's their own Gary's turned up.
Still 1 to the Yarra team. Yeah, on a good trajectory again.
What was that word again?
Trajectory.
Okay.
You know what I was trying to say.
Just a fraction wide. Got to the last bowl and falls in as close. He changes hands on the forehand. Jeez, it was a great track. Just, you could say overplayed it, gave it every chance. At least one away of Yarra with the opening couple of ends. Just looking for the second. Two.
2.
Jody Neville's orange bowl just in for second shot.
I like Bandura's new uniform too, Sammy.
Do ya?
Yeah.
So do I.
I'm a fan of it as well. I think we're getting to the stage where we're actually having some half-decent uniforms in our sport now.
I reckon the Valley VBL shirts are
Well, I'm going to be biased. I think all the VBL uniforms were good.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah.
Predominantly designed by Mel, you know, so... Yeah, good starter there by Sue Tyson. When I was living in Shepparton, Sammy, she'd not long just started playing the sport, and that's close on 10 years now, and she's just got better and better and better over those years.
Fair effort to make the final of stage 4s, and a couple of opening ends haven't gone their way, but they're been right there
Roundabouts
in the contest. Yep. Getting a bit warm there, mate.
Well, just a bit of slack on the cord, mate. Vinny, yeah, well, the question is asked correctly. I don't know whether he is or not. I can't tell.
That's tone on the live scoring for the bottom green, so we'll check it out. Great correction from Jody. Heard Sammy say gets him a good second shot. Skinny and McElwain and James Cullen lead 4-0 through the first couple ends of the men's pairs semi-final. Final to be played this afternoon up here on A Green on the live stream. Winner to play CJ Sneary and Luke Lamont already through to the final. Just a forehand draw, trying to get anything past the jack here.
Hensley Cruz is a narrower bowl, Sammy. Don't give anywhere near as much as a Dreamline XG.
Clear call, plenty to work off. Trying to change the shape. Yeah, pretty good. Just got to let it bend a little bit more. Jody's all the way out of the head. Runs away. Yeah.
Well, that would have changed the shape of the head a little bit, but it flopped back down.
Over, didn't it?
She flipped it up. I think it would have been much better for him.
Sort of flipped it up onto the shot bowl, and it
still three, we think. And hard to draw. I'd be surprised if Sammy's trying to draw and attacking and trying to get something moving.
He has a good running shot.
Generally. She probably had one of her off days yesterday for her.
Yesterday. So she backs herself to go and get it again.
The way she's been playing lately. Morning, Adam. Hope you're well, buddy. It's got to hold a little longer. He just misses.
and actually follows all the way through. The best back bowl now. They were a couple down at the back before that.
Kerry be looking to add, but you don't want to also make it wider, so it's,
Doesn't want this to fall out. Oh,
it hasn't really made
There
it
you go.
wider.
well, you could almost hit the last bowl now.
You could.
There is a little bit of space. You can almost see on that shot though, isn't there, JT, between the front one where the pack
you
is,
could
so you still
don't get
get
the
the
right
right
angle.
angle.
You could you'd get one out.
Yeah.
If you just clear it though, you'd be a sniff. I just don't see you dead drawing it unless you're Luke Lamont.
Yeah, yeah.
Forehand runner. Well, unless something drastically goes wrong, the Goulburn Murray team's going to pick up a 4 or a 5 here. And she's not far away again. She's just got to get under that bowl of Triss's. Wow. see it walk sideways after it hit that bowl?
A few times bowls just rip sideways, and all of a sudden,
It's 5-2.
it's 5-3.
5-3, my bad.
Big pickup by the Goulburn Murray ladies early on in this final.
That's what you want. Goulburn Murray ladies definitely have a deliberate plan. They bring the mat up a certain length. They have for the first end of this end, same spot, and putting the jack on the tee, near enough to it. It's obviously a pre-game strategy.
Handy opener again.
Dane, yeah, it is interesting. It probably doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, when we get to state championships, we're not actually really phased about what uniform they're wearing as long as they got the BA logo on it. So some teams wear their club shirts, some teams wear their region shirts. They're wearing their playing area shirts. Even if they're not from the playing area, makes no difference. If they feel like they belong as a team, it's all good. Yeah, good leading, Cheryl Atkinson. When you drop a number like that, that's the first thing you want to do is get back on and assert some pressure back the other way. Hey, Sammy. It's good to see you involved in the conversation, Sammy.
Man, there's a lot of bowls going on today. I'm watching the other rinks.
You shouldn't be watching the rinks. We're commentating the live stream ring, mate.
Making sure I'm got an idea of what's going on elsewhere.
Oh, yeah. Jody just slides through there.
You beat that. You can use it.
It's a good bowl there by Jenny O'Connor with a second.
Yeah, it does do something for Yarra ladies to sit.
Don't want to tip it in though. No, just draw around it.
It's just it's pretty fair.
It's like we're using the old Dunlops again, just coming back around. I've seen bowls back in the day, Sammy.
Sideways
This is
almost
showing
come
my
forward.
age now. There was a guy at our club at Cairo who used to have Slazenger bowls.
Oh, wild.
And if you played anything 16 above, the bowl nearly always turned back towards where you bowled it from. Just be looking to draw up to that jack high bowl of Jenny O'Connor's. Rock it down or get inside it.
Yeah, would be unlucky from that angle to turn it in. Definitely not wide here.
Oh, not the old shimmy up.
Sneaky. Not sure if it's counting or not.
But it's kind of better for the Yarra team. It kind of protects them a little bit more. Saying that, Kerry's asked Jenny Hill to play some weight. We'll have to remind... Oh, she just took them both out.
Wow.
Couldn't see it because Kerry stood right in front of the...
There you go, get them both out. Sure, there's still one down, which shot bowl here.
Left. We'll have to remind Kerry to stay away from the cameras.
No change? No change.
Sammy looking to sit that bowl just a fraction wide. Some score updates from across the green. Next door, Yarra is leading Eastern Rangers 4-2 after 3. Goulburn Murray leading Gippsland 4-3 after 3. Treslecki leading BCG 6-4 after 4. And Northern Gateway leading Murray Mallee 9-3 after 5. Yeah, no, the last 2 comments in the Facebook live stream are talking about the weather. It is glorious. There is no doubt about it.
Hasn't changed anything with that. Still a chance for Sammy to sit the ball out to the left.
Depends what it's bringing in, though. Don't have to be as attacking if it's not bringing in a lot. Maybe just draw and flop. But if it's bringing in the back ones and the first one of Cheryl's there, just off centre line.
You got to give it a chance to get any piece of the jack as well. It's all good, isn't it?
There's nothing behind, is there? No, so fair call. Yeah, like it. That's why you're here, Sam. You definitely aren't a pretty face.
Thank you. Let's see if she plays the same weight or not.
Jack in the pit is best, was the call I heard from Sammy. So that's what she's going for, but if bowl happens too, then it's a good result as well.
The 5 on the previous end, would love to get a number straight back.
Sorry, girl. Awesome, balls in the head, right up.
Still measuring for shot.
Trish not giving anything away.
Oh, well, again, regardless of whether you had shot or not, you'd be still playing that bowl.
Yep.
One to Goulburn Murray.
Back-to-back ends.
Score
Girls, 5 and 6 in there.
6-3. We've played 4 ends.
And they'll be pretty happy to pick up a 1 there. Backed up their 5 from the previous end. They a little bit of trouble that end as well for a while. Jenny able to get a couple of the Yarra bowls out of the head.
There's that. You're a mile away here.
Great shot, whatever happens.
Yeah, really good, mum. Don't change too much. Good second.
Sue Tyson again is the one probably the stronger lead at this stage. Just a couple closer than Cheryl at the moment. Not that Cheryl's playing bad, but just a bit more consistent.
Yeah, really good effort. Well done.
There, mate. Take that one there.
Couple now. Need you.
Couple shots so far for the Goulburn Murray ladies this end again. As, Sammy's directions to Jodie was, I need you. And Jodie's not very far away here. She might have delivered.
What a shot, mate.
Yeah, great bowl. Jodie Neville. Ginny O'Connor's not far away here. Sammy.
Just got to get all the way back
Wow.
down the bowl. Oh, I don't know,
Back
just
to one
didn't
again.
Far enough, yep. Almost got all the way back and sat it right out of the head. Good shot.
Okay, another one in the head shoot. Hurry now. Hurry. Yeah, not a mile away. Good, Joe. Really good set. Brilliant.
Here, mate. Leg's good. Would not have a judge. Quick on your forehand. Head to that. Two goes out. Got the next double. Yard, mate.
There's your shot back in. Positive draw. Good shelf to work off to get back to the jack.
Yep. Underneath. Move the shot bowl off the line a little bit of jack movement. Options there for sure. Sammy. Tris looks awfully close.
Just got to get any sort of contact.
Oh,
Got a
thought
low
she was going to get to the
pass.
orange and flop back in there.
Yeah,
She's probably
another
half a
one.
bowl wide.
Another one thereabouts.
Isn't it marvellous that the state champs run seamlessly well, even without Jimmy being involved? Sammy?
What do you want me to say to that?
Oh, it's all you, isn't it?
No. Yeah.
I was giving you a chance to pump
Hang on,
yourself
hang on.
up, you know.
It's been one day.
Jimmy who is what they're all saying around here.
See if Tris can play a similar bowl, but get a better result this time.
She doesn't have to change a lot, Sammy. She's playing a little bit more direct, though.
Yeah, still has that similar line.
Oh, mate, two really good bowls. Well done.
She probably wasn't as quick as I thought it was.
Yeah, probably a fraction quicker. It's the Goulburn Murray bowl turn, so still measure for shot here. Favour the front bowl, I think, JT, but it is close.
Yeah, as I said, I'm loath to make a judgment call from here. They can see it far better than I can from over here. What's the paddler? Rowana done? She indicated? Measure. All right, well, let's back her in then. Her mum Lorraine's a very good paddler in ITO, and she usually gets them right, so we'll back her judgment.
He's going to here. It's going to...
Might change the shot, though.
It depends if they're holding or not. You have a close look because it changes your shot. Shot choice here will give us more of an indication, you think, if they're holding or not.
Looks like a full draw to me. Very least not far away again. Oh, weight was phenomenal.
And there we are, look at it, just ripped right away late. Shimmer just going forehand draw here. Oh, it's a bit over trying to get the front bowl out of the head.
One far away.
Yeah, just concedes the one and running 3 ends in a row. Way of Goulburn Murray ladies, they lead 7 shots to 3 now through the opening 5 ends. Pretty handy start. Couple other scores in the men's fours, round of 16 this morning. Northern Gateway leading Murray Mallee 10 shots to 4 after 7 ends. Strzelecki leading BCG 7 shots to 4 through 5. Gippsland have regained the lead against Goulburn Murray. They're up 6-4 through 5 ends also. And Yarra leading Eastern Ranges 4-3 after 4. I reckon there's another end to go on there. I reckon it's another end the way of Yarra to go on. Few games happening as well down on B Green behind us, JT.
I'm going to go live score them soon.
Sandbelt up 12-4 after 6 against Ovens and Murray. Ballarat Highlands leading Mornington Peninsula 4-1 through 4. Geelong leads 7-1 through 5. And the final game this morning, Metro West leading West Coast 9-1 through 5. All those games live scored, as you said, JT.
It's very good.
And the other game that's on this morning, as we mentioned, is the men's pairs semi-final. Strzelecki is still ahead. They lead 7-3 through 5 ends there. And starters again from Sue. Fars is going to get back to the line. Yeah, he doesn't need to. Draws another one.
Now the front end for the Goulburn Murray team is playing quite well at the moment.
Same bowls, Perry. What do you want? Yep. Okay.
Hey Karen, yeah, that is definitely the widest part of this rink, is the forehand going back to the club. The green is running well in general, but it's definitely the wider hand, that's for sure. Morning, Carol. This is the Bendigo East Bowling Club. They are our hosts for State Champs Week. Have been for a while now, and amazingly run here. Big shout out to all the volunteers, caterers. It's been fantastic. And a shout out to all our volunteer umpires and markers as well throughout the event. ITOs.
So, bit of room now here for Jenny Hill with her first bowl of N6 to add a fourth shot in here. Long was okay, just hasn't sent it up to Tris now. For she needs to get a few
Takes
bowls
away
in the area,
maybe
surely.
the dead draw though on that backhand, like they were trying to play.
How have you done that? How have you got that? Where? Oh,
He's checking
that
out
is brilliant.
the B
Checking out
green.
the action on green B. Can see a few fours around the 16 games. Got the other pair semi there on the end rink. Brilliant.
It's about time Brad did something good. All right, Trish is back on the forehand. She's not far away from getting to the bowls.
Yeah, if it
but
rips
like-
underneath, it's going to go though.
Yeah, and that hand does whip when it whips. Whip. Morning, Brendan. Hope you're well. What's Jenny Hill doing here?
Oh, I think they've gone for cover in case the jack moves to that side.
It's
Has
gone into the ditch.
missed, so yeah. Be tricky for the jack to get there. The way they're situated, Tris will be keen just to try and draw a shot. Beat the bowl, jack high, goes close.
It's definitely wider.
Just doesn't want the gap.
No gap.
So a little bit of the jack on the way through might be enough for shot.
Got enough to bring her first one potentially into it. Karen, no, ITOs do not get paid at this event. They come and volunteer their time.
Savvy hit better, definitely not 3 anymore. I reckon it's pretty close to the shot. So a little bit of room for both skips to draw the shot. Okay, potentially still Tris's bowl and make a couple. Oh, I tell you what, I don't know if it stopped in time, but it's flicked the jack sideways on the way through. That might have been enough to get the shot back.
Morning, morning, Glenn. I wouldn't call it that either.
Oh, it's too quick. You want me to keep that or?
To be honest, I'm really even now with that there.
Two bums, buddy. Brilliant, Marlene.
Alright, so still room for the shot to be drawn here on the back end. Not sure if this is wide enough. Gonna clear this red. Crashes it, so close for the shot. Jack moves slightly to Kerry's first bowl. Happens to overplay it slightly and sit the white bowl through of Triss's. Makes a heap.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for the white bowl, mate.
Yep, there you go.
Gets
Zane
it.
looking to get the white bowl through.
Put a lot of pressure on the Yarra team if she gets it.
You have to wait.
No. I reckon she'd be disappointed with that, Kerry Leask. You got an opportunity to sit a bowl out and you drop short. All right, give Sammy a chance here. I think she's tight.
Yeah, I don't think it's out there. Not over. It is now.
All right, I'm going to excuse myself, Sammy.
We'll see what it is on end number 6, but the Goulburn Murray ladies are up and about here. They've potentially won 4 ends in a row, JT.
And you'll be joined by the one and only Tony Showo.
Tony! CEO has been doing some great work in live scoring the games down on B Green this morning for us. And there you go, it is confirmed as 4 ends in a row. The way of Kerry Leask's team. Margin out to 5 shots, they lead 8-3 through the opening 6 ends of this women's fours final. A similar sort of length end once again as Tony Sherwood jumps in the commentary box for day 2 of State Champions Week. Welcome, Tony.
What a day to be alive, Sammy.
Sure is.
Perfect conditions here. Great bowls, great bowlers, good people, great club.
And an interesting women's fours final developing here. Goulburn Murray. Ladies dropped the opening 2 ends, trailed 3-0, but have picked up a 5 and then have picked up 3 singles to lead 8 shots to 3.
You know, we mentioned in the call yesterday, Kerry Leask's been around for a long time. I mean that in the nicest way. She's a very, very good player. So all her rink very, very capable. And the winner today gets the opportunity to go to nationals. The Victorian representative in the women's four was looking for a national title. So, well, it's great to win a state title. Not many people can do it. You get the opportunity to go and get a national title as well.
Wide than narrow, you're finishing that home, it's good.
You get it, Mum. You're going well.
There's heady correction by Sue, just turns away late still.
Better. Good effort.
She's always so positive, Sammy Atkinson. I think Cheryl will be too pleased with those bowls. They're not completely out of it, but someone of her standards always going to want to get a little closer. Yeah, lovely bowl. Ellie Forsyth's rink having a bit of a day on the green next door, Sammy. They picked up 2 sixes in succession. They lead, get this, 18-4 after 6 ends against Ovens and Murray. That's the Sandbelt fours, men's fours, round of 16. 2 sixes. Hey.
Of course, he's got Scotty Biles playing third to him.
He does.
Absolute machine.
Grant Catterick up front. Lovely bowl from Jodie Neville back here on the stream drink. Yeah, fair bit to support the New Merca Bowls Club. Jenny and Co doing very well. That's how it's done, Sammy.
Oh, get out of it.
Their effects might picking up
Who
the
was
one and
that?
only Neville Brown. Oh, get out of it. Unhappy with his own bowl. Fresh off a runner-up finish in the Vic Open singles. Jodie Neville. Beautiful bowl there. Of course, herself a Vic Open champion and won the triples in about 2019, I'd say, Sammy.
Yeah, big time ball. They needed that.
No, it might have been more than that. Might have been, I'll say 2021. There you go. Bit of a guess.
Oh, just
cracker.
turns the head straight over. Does go back to Cheryl's lead bowl for Yarra, so they still hold one. Wimmera men's fours currently trail against Geelong, 8 shots to 1. 5 ones in that game. Also a 4 on a number 2 the way of Geelong, so there's your lead.
Sorry. My brain is taking a catch up.
Full credit to Aaron Tonkins, Tonks and his crew. This green is getting better every day.
Couple over.
Really area, mate. Hurry now. Hurry,
It's a
hurry.
very good effort from Trisdoolan. Yeah, exceptional was the call from Sammy Atkinson. Holding a couple now. Sammy men's fours action round of 16. Northern Gateway leading 14-6 over Murray Mallee. Gippsland leading 7-5 over Goulburn Murray. Yarra leading 10-3 over Eastern Rangers. They played 6 ends. And Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields are leading 11-7 over Strzelecki
Yeah, a couple
after
of
7 ends.
couple of numbers in a couple of those games as well. BCG just picked up a 5 on the previous end. Yarra also picking up a 5.
Oh, well,
Yeah, fair bit happening up the front, but doesn't change it. Still a couple to Yarra.
nice to have Jodie's parents watching from St Arnaud. Be very pleased with the way Jode's been playing.
Looks pretty similar, maybe. Come on, Goldie.
Good here again. He's going to run
around
past
the
the front. Ah,
Speed was
unlucky.
probably pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's right again. Hoping Kerry Lace to come up with a big bowl on it, number 7. It's women's fours final.
Yeah, just dusting a bit of chalk off a bowl that,
It'll be pretty hard to draw the shot here, Tone.
yeah.
Weight's good. Still reckon you just get to the outside. To the orange one. Yeah, try, even to the outside of it's okay.
Unfortunately for Kerry LEASK, That's an opposition bowl.
Yeah, I
May
reckon
have
that's
kicked it in for third shot.
Stuck around for third, Tone.
Yeah, confirmed by Rowanna Smith. Our marker. Very handy player in her own right, Rose Smith.
Don't know where Sammy's looking at here, whether... Look what's happening on the back end. Whether Carrie's opened up a little bit of a path to possibly draw it on the back end. Tough shot.
She's got to play the same bowl as Trish Doolan, doesn't she? She's got a relatively good track.
Well, I think so.
No
She's
real
talking
danger.
about something about dropping short. I think the problem with dropping anything short is it gives Carrie something else to work off. Leave those gaps where they are. Draw and beat the orange, but... I mean, they're out there in the forwards final. I'm sat here commentating it, so...
Yeah, good call, Sarah. We had a chat to them before the game. Ladies have been very good. The roll-up, Trish Doolan did get a little demonstration to the Goulburn Murray girls of exactly what not to do. We told her we'd already started filming. She was a little horrified for a second. So she is playing this backhand side, trying to block up this gap.
Either side of that, I go close here. Get that gap. Come on, hurry, hurry, it's Mitch, hurry. Yes, buddy.
They're saying that's good enough to count.
Yeah, so it's snuck in for possibly a 4.
Bit of pressure on Kerry LEASK now. Oh, that's proper under. So no change there. Sammy Atkinson with a free hit.
Yeah, big chance here to
Tie this one up.
in. Is it 5th in? It is already 4.
And Jackie Woodhouse, we were talking about this yesterday. These two could well be identical
Yeah,
twins.
we mentioned it this morning as well, I reckon.
DNA test on the way. Of course, referring to Jodie Neville, Cheryl Atkinson. They do look incredibly similar. What do you reckon, Sammy? Does she stick with the hand she's just played or switch over for no danger? You'd hate to tip
There's
one
not really
up.
danger any side unless she plays the wrong way. Front bowls are a fair way out. Back herself to play the same bowl. Either side of the front blue on the line is enough to count. Good enough line again. If she's got the right weight, she's good here.
Certainly hit the middle of the gap.
That'll be in the count, I believe. Just needs to run the last little bit.
Just wait for confirmation, but we do believe this is 5. Just going to put a tape on this to make sure. It's certainly in, certainly in. Certainly in, certainly in. So that'll be a 5. Turns this game on its head. Sammy Rogers.
Certainly does. A couple of those ones, they weren't too far away. They had plenty of bowls in the head, and it was just a bit of a tricky head to get to once that jack moved. Able to keep adding to the count.
Not sure how to look at this. I'm either bad luck for the Goulburn Murray 4s or good luck for the Yarra 4. Little from column A, little from column B. This needs to stop. Jack in the pit. Unfortunately, Cheryl Atkinson has lost the jack, so Goulburn Murray will get control of the map. Sure as toast, they're not going to leave it where it is. Geez, Northern Gateway not only putting on some good scores over there, leading 18-6, but they're motoring through their ends. 10 ends gone. They've only been out there for a bit over an hour. It's good going. 6 minutes an end. Wow.
Surely not.
Yep. I don't know why the jack's coming back though. Jack goes on the
I
tee.
have no idea who's thrown
So
that back.
I think Sammy Atkinson did. I could be wrong. I couldn't see. But,
So that allows Cheryl to bring the mat right up to the 21.
yeah,
Yep.
she can put it exactly wherever she likes now. So when both leads pot the jack, the jack goes on the tee, and then you pick the position of the mat. So
Brilliant. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, lost the jack in the ditch to start the end, but pretty handy opening bowl.
yep, that's how you do it. Match being played in very good spirits, as you'd expect.
Yes. Pretty fair response from Sue Dyson. Side touch it over the end.
She's been pretty good.
No problems with finding the weight on this
Yep.
21 metre length end.
I've seen most of the ends while live scoring the other green, and it kept an eye on this one. And very good battle for the leads. Men's fours action round to 16 on the other green. All these matches being live scored on Bowlsley. Ovens and Murray picked up a couple. They trail 6-18 after 8 ends to Sandown. Sandown, I've been doing that all.
What?
Spent too many years in TOBs, obviously. To Sandbelt, of course. I get that wrong every year, you know. Mornington Peninsula trailing 3-5 to Ballarat Highlands. They played 6 ends. Geelong picked up a 4, now leading 12-2 after 8 ends over Wimmera.
Again, brilliant bowling, Sue. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, lovely lead bowling. And the final match out there is West Coast 2, trailing Metro West 13 after 8 ends. So a couple of one-sided affairs out there so far, but still only about halfway through those matches. Not sure what's going on there, a bit of umpire involvement. Jodie Neville looked over at the commentary desk and said, "I'm happy to wait," gave a big smile. No, she wasn't happy with that one straight out of the hand. She knew it was narrow. Weight was pretty good.
Well, tried to get the straightener. It's actually got all the way to a spot that fattens up the target slightly. It's finished past the shot bowl though.
Good enough for second shot.
Make sure you reach that pole.
Just looking to sit the ball through, get the jack in the ditch. Just missing wide here. Yeah, you can sort of see the jack where it is, Tone. It's not sort of right behind where the 2 metre mark is.
Right, you and Jack Woodhouse have got better eyes than me.
Maybe I've just made that up.
No, you're probably spot on. So for those who aren't familiar, the jack doesn't go right on the tee, it goes behind the tee, if that makes any sense. I would imagine that once it's placed and the first bowl's delivered, it's not going to change.
Got better weight, mate. Any rip. Good effort. Do a good home.
Bit of a tricky one now. Yeah, Jenny Hill sort of want to get another one thereabouts.
Trying to sit out the Jodie Neville orange bowl.
Yeah,
The
doesn't want
A1.
to flick the bowl onto the jack.
Yeah.
Onto the shot bowl, I mean. Obviously, Jodie wasn't going to change up where the shot bowl is. Gets it past. Probably does well. Gets him a handy 4th shot. Still think Sammy's very positive to this. Set the bowl through under piece of the jack. Even if she happens to get the outside bit of the shot bowl, the jack goes straight left to all them. Can make a couple. For the first time missing on the wide side. Sort of splits everything up at the back as well. Don't imagine the jack gets through and all the way down the line. Close to this time, Tone. What a shot.
Kicks it sideways far enough to get out to the Jodie Neville bowl.
Yeah, enough for one. The shot sort of follows on through for second shot, I think.
She wasn't happy when she delivered that bowl, Jodie Neville, but she should have been. It was brilliant planning from 6
Close to
bowls
this
ago.
time, Tone. It's experience. Oh, the slow-mo replay.
Hello. Kicks it.
Just wide, trying to draw the shot, and the lead for the first time since end number 2, Tony, is back with the Yarra ladies.
They have turned this one around courtesy of a big pickup on the last end, a 5 and a 2 just now. All eyes now on Cheryl Atkinson to see if she can correct her jack roll from the last end. There you go. Spot on just beyond the tee, so it'll be spotted on the tee. Was only one in the last end. Sorry, Sammy, I gave you bad advice.
See, I put one initially.
I know.
The viewers would have saw that for half a second.
I think you'd be well served by never listening to me again ever for the rest of your life.
Not sure about that.
Too far?
Yeah.
Over-egged it? Give me like a 10-minute ban.
Yeah. Time out. Alrighty.
That's the back one first.
9-8, the scoreline. Still plenty of ends left. Anything can still happen here. Definitely the momentum. Back with Yarra.
Yeah, Mum, you get it. 5 feet. Switch on.
Both players just a touch heavy with their first bowl.
Get up there.
Bit of love for the slow-mo in the comments too, Brad.
As it gets there, it's good.
Yeah, you I'm happy if you want to change, mate.
Oh, it's short.
Yeah, I knew it was
Like,
short.
I was good. Wasn't sure how short.
Some weight. That luck. Yeah.
You draw it, mate. Either hand. For a long way.
Here, mate. Wide draw. Draw back to the line there.
Looks pretty good, Joe. Judy! Fully behind me. Yeah, really good. Brilliant.
That's how you do it, Sammy.
Yeah, too much room.
I'm in the shot, Damo.
Great battle in men's fours, a couple of rinks over. Goulburn Murray trailing Gippsland 7-8 after 9. Certainly not a lot in that match. If you are somewhere nearby, come down and spend a Sunday at Bendigo East Bowls Club. And volunteers here will look after you very, very well.
Come here again. Hang around, matey. Good, Jay. 2 good ones.
Yeah, 2 good bowls from Jody.
And again, mate. Real well.
A large collection of bowls at the back of this rink, Sammy.
Yeah, Jody Neville really the only one to find it here. Number 9. What was that? I missed that.
Cheryl Atkinson just said, I just tried to give Jody your bowl to Trish Doolan. Tried to give her another one. Be nice.
Probably down. That's 2 foot. Nice draw off, mate. Tail back in.
Question about the novice from James McPherson. Yeah, we're streaming finals of the novice this year. First time we've ever streamed the novice. Yeah, Trish Doolan puts in a cracker. 3 and a measure is the signal. A novice, for those who are unaware, is the best of the up to 3-year bowlers. So new bowlers who bowled anywhere up to 3 years can enter the novice. We've got men's and women's singles and open pairs, and expanded this year with a lot of interest.
Just needs to hang around. Might have cut a couple out.
Yep. Slight loose one there from Dools. Still holding a couple. So Jenny Hill with a bit of work to do here.
Don't know if it's wide enough to hold on.
Just scooting under.
It's got better weight though, Tone.
Second
Hangs
shot.
on for, if it's not shot, it's a very good second shot. They needed that. It was getting away from them a little bit.
Sammy Atkinson just with a finger measure. Find out. Must be close because she's gone back 3 or 4 times on this. Confirmed as 1 for Yarra.
Have you just guessed that, or?
No, shirt colour. Blue colour for blue pedals, blue shirts, and white
around the
for white
scoreboard.
shirts. Could be that. Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
By the way, Sammy has a chance to sit it back out of the head straight away.
Can work up through her mum's bowl if she's wide.
Doesn't want to flick it in. Right idea.
Just doesn't quite have the trip from Kerry LEASK.
Any change? Is that ball still worth 4?
Yeah, it's got to be worth a few more than sit it through, stay hang around.
Certainly the
Make a
right
3.
idea. Touch wide with her first. Let's see how Sammy Atkinson goes with the second.
They play the same speed, give it every chance.
I think she's apologised already. Still holding 1, so what can Kerry LEASK do?
She's on as a little bit of a guide here, gets just under her own. She's on the way back to the target. Not terrible.
Not a mile away, Sammy.
Which direction is the jack going? Needs to stay with it. Falls out, I think. Reckon it's done enough.
Good enough for 1. It is.
Yep.
Confirmed as 1. Well
Big
played,
last
Kerry
bowl.
LEASK.
Needed that.
9 shots apiece, Sammy. After 9 ends, all the 9s.
Big
Mile
last
away,
bowl. I
Sammy.
think that happened yesterday afternoon as well.
I think you're right.
Which direction is the jack going? Needs to
Men's
stay with it.
fours, round of 16 scores. Northern Gateway leading 19-8 after 12 ends over Murray Mallee. Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields leading 12-8 after 9 ends over Streslecki. And Gippsland leading 8-7 over Goulburn Murray after 9 ends. And Yarra leading 14-5 after 8 ends over Eastern Rangers. All those scores are on Bowlslink. That's all the ones on A green here. B green, give you some updates on those.
The men's pairs semi-final down the bottom. As Vinny said, the skinnier McElwain teaming up with James Scull, and they've picked up a 6 on their number 7. They lead 15-5 after 9 ends against Scott McLaughlin and Dan Priddle.
Further round of 16 men's fours matches, Sandbelt, well played mate, 21-7 after 10 ends over Ovens and Murray. Ballarat Highlands leading 7-5 over Mornington Peninsula. They played 8 ends. Geelong leading 13-2 over Wimmera after 9 ends. And the final match out on B green is Metro West leading 17-3 over West Coast after 10 ends. So, as we said, a couple of one-sided matches out there, unfortunately.
Little touch for 2, Shezza.
enough.
far away, is
Oh,
it, Sammy?
just enough to clear the front bowl and nearly holds on in time.
Yeah, lovely, lovely bowl. Too big was the call from Jody Neville.
Alrighty, so holding at least one here. Goulburn Murray. Just still a very short length. It's just Matt and Jack in a different position to what they've been playing. We haven't really seen any real long ends at all the entire game.
Very efficient. Probably not going to look great from the mat. Side. Can't draw a backhand. It's either a forehand draw or rip one up the middle. There's just not a lot of target. Yet it's all good. Try and get the kill and restart. Shaping up backhand. Can't draw the shot backhand, so I imagine we might see a bit of weight here, Tone. It's weight, but it is wide. Kind of a in two minds shot, I reckon.
Yeah, there's a little bit of in between. I reckon it's a tough shot to play, given how like some of them can rip across. It's going to hold out. Go a little bit quicker.
Great balls. Have a look for it now, you get the inside, you get that one out anyway. You get it cut, you might get in shot second at least.
You could side up. No, that's there now. You can use them. You're just over the draw. You get it. Trailer jack for a couple.
So it might be big weight, sort of similar, if not a fraction less. Just searching up there. They want the jack to stay in by the sound of that.
Better weight. Just got to give now.
Down, Dulce. You're going to get a good result. Dulce! What a shot! Brilliant. Awesome.
Think it's the one down, mate. Just got to draw as close as you can. Something there, good.
Well, I think they're still down here based off that
Still one
indication.
down,
It's a good
yeah.
shot, obviously. It was probably two before that, so takes one out, gives them gives them a couple in the head. Hard to get to the shot bowl though.
This is not a critical comment at all, but Sammy Atkinson is so positive. You would think she got shot out of that.
Yeah. Carrying the forehand draw under this is okay. Oh, that's their row. They've turned once, doesn't really change much. I think it's just up on the backhand, turning either their own in. I mean, there's plenty to work off. I imagine Jody's just only got to go another roll to become the shot.
Can use Jody's trisses or through the gap of the two.
This is a nice little angle here if it's the right weight to get back in time. say overplayed at a fraction, but it's all happening for them. It's all positive. They are down.
Kerry LEASK wastes no time. Just got to negotiate some front traffic, which he doesn't quite do.
Leaves it open for Sammy to have another go at.
No real danger. She's already one down, so she's interested, she says.
Yeah, definitely tight. It's got to hold on this time.
Yeah, 1 over and 1 under, so no change.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. Played sort of fractionally less weight. Get the lead back to Goulburn Murray. 5 minutes to go. Sticking with this shorter length of this jack roll. It's going to roll all the way back to just about the tee here. No other team willing to stretch the length right out.
She's been bowling well, has Sue Tyson. Great starter. Yeah, again, a good leads bowl. So Green Sea is open now. Bradley Marin.
And will be all day. Women's triples kicking off later this afternoon. And the possibility of the women's triples playing another game this evening, depending on a few other results.
It's probably more than likely, though, isn't it?
Highly likely, I would have thought, Tone.
So potential for a bit of action on Green Bay after about 4 o'clock,
Four-ish.
4:30.
Yep. Although the way some of these finals are
True.
absolutely flying through at the moment.
Could be sooner. You getting excused, Sammy?
Kicked out more than
Kicked
anything
out. Oh, goodness me.
by the boss.
Well, thank you very much for your
Oh,
insight,
yeah,
Sammy
righty-o,
Rogers.
righty-o.
You're an absolute star.
No worries, Tone. Enjoy the rest of this final.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, cracker.
Oh, stuck with me, everybody, and we will be joined by JT, Josh Thornton, shortly as we watch Jodie Neville with her first bowl. 11th end, of course, 15 ends scheduled for today. This is a very good effort, good enough for second shot. So we welcome back to the desk the one and only JT. Afternoon, JT.
Morning, Tone.
Still morning, is it?
Yep.
It's too. That's me.
Just had me second coffee.
Oh, you'll be up and about then.
Feels like afternoon because I've been up since 4:30 watching the Masters. So
Yeah, how good are you going getting out for a walk this morning and everything?
yeah, no,
You're
day
a
one.
changed man.
Oh well, need to get a little proactive in that space. Too many Easter eggs.
Yeah, they're no good for you.
This game's tightened up since I departed earlier, Tone.
As soon as you left JT, the Yarra girls picked up a 5,
Did you hear that?
which got it back to 8 all. They picked up a 2, I think, from memory. But, it's been neck and neck for the last 3 or 4 ends.
the B green, there's probably only really one match that's actually really close on that green at the moment. Although I'd argue the Geelong pair are trying to make a little comeback. They've won the last 3 ends there in that men's pair semi-final,
Okay.
but it's still 8 the difference. Yeah, there's one match between Mornington Peninsula and Ballarat Highlands, which is one of the
That's the
difference.
close one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise all the others are pretty much, you could assume who's going to win those matches.
Yeah, we've been given some score updates, and I, in sort of hope, said it might change around in some of them, but they are a bit too one-sided. It's a funny old game, Bowles.
Look, it only takes one good end.
Yep. Looks like we might have a match finished over here pretty soon too. It's 19-11. The lead to Northern Gateway over Murray Mallee.
And they're down at the head too.
Yep. And this is the second last end, so obviously 8 shots on offer. So if Murray Mallee can't win this end, there's no need to play end 15. Great ball from
Bowl,
Tris Doolan.
What a bowl.
Absolute peach of a ball. Dylan Fisher picks up his bowl on the far rink, so Northern Gateway through the round of 16. They're in the quarterfinals. On paper, certainly one of the fancied teams.
Absolutely. I'd argue they'd would have been nearly my favourites.
Cooper Westcombe leading, Matty O'Brien playing. Sorry.
Yeah, Matty O'Brien too.
He was too.
Yeah,
is it?
Johnny McCarran
Johnny
3.
McCarran 3 and Dylan Fisher skipping.
I reckon the Falls fields this year are really good, Tone, just looking across the board. You know, even though there is some one-sided matches going on out the back, but there's some really good teams playing. So I think whoever wins it will be very worthy winners.
Yep. Of course, like the winner of this match, they'll get the opportunity to head to the Nationals later in the year, around the October time slot. We're up in Gold Coast area this year. It was Perth last year,
Correct.
or Western Australia. At the end of this week, we will crown champions in each of the disciplines, and we'll know exactly who's going to get on that plane.
Technically Joondalup for the actual Australian Championships last year.
Yes.
Yes. And this year it's Broadbeach.
There's Broadbeach and Tweed being used across the Nationals, and I'm going to take your judgment as to which
Yeah,
one's
I'm pretty
for
sure
which.
Tweed's got the like the Ali
Ali
Shield,
Shield, Marge
under
Morris.
18s, Marge Morris over 60s, and then Broadbeach has got the Paras and the Australian Championships from memory.
Dools just got the wrong half of that bowl.
Thanks for the little slight jab there, Sean. I love it.
Love it.
Yeah, you're never quick to miss though.
No. Now, when I say Dools kicked that bowl in, she's actually kicked the jack a little bit further over to the Jodie Neville bowl, so they're still holding
probably
one.
better for him, and it gives Sammy chances to potentially lift the Jenny O'Connor bowl over, or even lift
Yep.
Triss's over onto the jack to
Yeah, I reckon
make it
that's
better.
the best option, isn't it?
I was very impressed with Sue Tyson and Jenny O'Connor
She's-
early in this
yeah.
match, and I think, from what I gather, they've obviously kept it going to a
Yeah,
point.
Sue Tyson's been very good.
Yep.
Tell you who else has been good? Rose Smith, who's just reminded Jenny Hill to move out of the road of the camera. For those who don't know, Rose Smith is our marker, paddler, or whatever you want to call her, but very accomplished player and helping signal to the crowd, certainly to us here, as to who's got what shot and how many. Yes, JT, it'll only be for another couple of days, but you are the reigning Victorian State Fours champion. So milk it for all it's worth
I'm going to go have a re-celebration
till
tonight, Tone.
tomorrow.
by myself.
Given, has Buck gone home?
No,
or-
Buck's sitting over there watching the Ocean Grove boys that
Oh,
we played
so
in
there you go.
because he's really good mates of Arwen Clark in that rink, you know. So.
Gotcha.
But I assume he's going home, then coming back again Wednesday for the state singles. Sammy's idea was spot on, trying to get that. She's just a bit wide. What's Kerry going to do here? She's definitely one down. She's not far away, Tone. She gets that orange
Good
bowl.
effort. Oh,
Oh,
it's good enough for one at least.
what a bowl. That's a great bowl, Kerry Leask.
She is a very, very good player, Kerry Leask. This will change Sammy Atkinson's shot, so she's going to come down and have a little look.
May not be as attacking now. Could be potentially half the weight, yard weight, 2 feet of weight, just to lift the bowl. If you don't get it right, look, it'd be hard for it to actually go out clean or anything like that, but there's a little bit more danger now that Kerry's bowl also hung around after she set the shot bowl out.
So is it the same shot on the forehand?
I
Is
still
it
think
into
it's
Triss's
just,
bowl?
just a
or-
little bit less weight. If you,
Yep.
you only have to lift Triss's bowl once or twice to get a result.
Or do I just draw it? What do you reckon? How short's that last one?
Bowl underway.
It's got to hang now.
It's going to be a bit under. Anything can still happen. No change. That'll be one to Goulburn Murray.
Great bowl, Kerry Leask.
11-9. We played 11 ends. With the 15 end schedule. Some other scores of men's fours. Round of 16. Northern Gateway have defeated Murray Mallee. We'll say it was 20-11. Didn't play the last end there. Goulburn Murray have just got their nose in front over Gippsland, 10-9 after 11 ends. Yarra continuing to lead Eastern Rangers, 14-6 after 9.
I'll get you some other men's fours scores, Tone.
Thank you. And Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields leading Strzelecki, 14-10 after 12.
Right, so Ali Forsyth's rink from Sandbelt is 23-8 up over Ian Brimmelcone's rink from the Evans and Murray. Only 3 rounds ago. That one's pretty much close to being over, I'd argue.
Yep.
The close one between Ballarat Highlands and Mornington Peninsula is 8-7 in favour of Mornington Peninsula.
How many ends gone in that?
9.
Yeah, so not many multiples in there. There's a lot of
No.
singles to get to 8-7 after 9.
Geelong versus Wimmera. Geelong were well in front. They are 18-4 up after 12 ends.
So not too much left there either. 14 shot margin.
And the Metro West versus West Coast game. Metro West were well up in that one. They are currently leading 16-4 over West Coast after 11 ends.
Okay. Thank you very much, JT. Appreciate that. Of course, all those scores are on Bowls Link. You can follow them end by end.
And the men's pairs update semi-final. They've played 11 ends. Geelong's won the last 4 ends now. It's 15-8.
How many ends gone?
11. 4 ends ago.
Okay.
Trial 7. It's gettable.
Still time.
Yep.
Yeah, nice bowling from Sue Tyson. She's been very good today.
Yes.
Pretty good starter, Phil. Pretty good starter. Well done. Well done. Stand by, mate.
Cheryl probably hasn't had her best day, JT. I'll say that nice and quiet because they're very close, but her usual standard.
Not a usual standard, no.
Of course, she's a 3-time state champion over the last couple of years. Not sure whether she's won any previous to that, but she is a very, very good bowler. Just hasn't quite been at her best today. And a nice bowl from Jennifer O'Connor too. Old Murray just putting the pressure on. Little collection of Yarra bowls at the front there. There's this one, JT.
It's a very good bowl, Tone.
Well played.
Very good, mate. Very good. Well done.
I feel like Jodie's tight again, because when that hand goes, it goes. Well, but she's played a lot extra weight, though.
What a shot. Really good, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah, great bowl.
Yeah, probably still one down, but very well played.
So that hand's been the wider hand, that way, and in that way in particular.
Come on, buddy. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
Come on, throw me second shot. Right ahead.
Jenny Hill. Oh. I was going to say, she didn't want to touch it, and she didn't.
No.
She did everything that she needed to do without touching it.
Come on, hold. Hold, Vicky. What a bomb, buddy. Gather.
Right there, mate.
I love Triss's pre-shot routine, very deliberate, and I think it's very good to have out in your arsenal, particularly intense and pressure moments. Your delivery shouldn't go from you.
Don't want to play it too big.
I need to hold.
It's another one of theirs up, hasn't changed the head, but they only had one bowl basically in the head there, so now there's a couple floating around.
Just need a little touch on the shot bowl for the jack to go back for the Yarra team. Of course, Jenny Hill will be doing her darndest to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, getting one behind's probably a pretty good idea too.
And there's a dust that came up, and there's a nice shelf in here now. Any contact that comes straight to us, you get it.
A lot tighter Triss's bowl.
It's going to need some fortune from there. There's a slight risk if Sammy Atkinson comes in and hits the jack and it bounces back into the collection of Goulburn Murray
Yeah,
bowls.
but the bowl just short of the red bowl is a Yarra bowl.
Correct. But if she hits it with not much speed, does the shot bowl flop the jack onto the orange and then back? Am I seeing things too
I
much?
think you're seeing things, mate.
That's what I do. It's only early in the morning too. Imagine what I'll be like later on.
You just get those chief entertaining officer role jobs done, we'll be happy.
That's what I'm here for.
I actually don't mind where that one's going, because that's where I actually think the jack's going. I feel like it's jamming against the orange and then shooting out here, depending on what weight's played,
With weight,
obviously.
yeah.
Can you just point to the bowl that's touching? Thank you. Yeah, with the sun.
It's called first world problems. Sammy just asking Trish to point to the bowl that's touching the jack because she finding it hard to see with the sun.
It's not far away. She's on a very good trajectory. She could have gone 2 or 3 down now. She's played a very good bowl. and probably got the worst result she could get playing that type of bowl.
Yep.
The only thing it's done now, though, is if she gets contact now, it actually might be going to her own bowl now.
Yep, true. Kerry will be awake to that.
Play the high side here on the forehand for Kerry and try and get down and beat Sammy's last bowl.
Yeah, she counts in there. It's a bonus. She's really trying to cover that jack movement. Play the other hand to what you and I thought, JT.
Yeah. Unless she was worried about undercutting herself and turning, you know, so that it's not the worst idea if you're worried about that. Be interesting. I haven't seen Rowana paddle how many.
Find it out again, sorry. Thanks.
Rightio. Big bowlie in the schemes of the game. They drop a 2 or 3, might be very hard for him to get back from here. Again, the first part looks alright, Tone.
Yeah, the line is good.
First part looks very good. Very first part looks good.
Oh,
Oh, she even flopped out backwards then too.
she might take one out. Favourite still 2 to Goulburn Murray.
Same calls you called, mate. Come on. You're just dying around. Get down! Get it!
Jack Sharman with some excitement over there. They lead 12-10 over Goulburn Murray. It's just played a big bowl to get some high fives. Jenny Hill went down to measure and then they've decided to call the umpires. So.
Rodney Bates, is it?
Yes. Players are all comfortable. It's just between the red and the multicolour bowl of Sammy Atkinson.
It's not the other one as well? It probably isn't, looking at
I
it.
don't think so. They haven't moved it out.
No.
So. Yep. Right, just confirming.
So it's at most 2, definitely 1.
Only millimetres in that being played correctly.
Yeah, half a bowl, I reckon. What narrow she was. Let's get some score updates, Tone, while we're
Why not? I'll
waiting.
give some here. So Yarra men's fours round of 16. Yarra leading 17-6 after 10 ends. They've got Matt in hand, so they've just added another number to the count. Don't know what it is yet. Gippsland now leading 14-10 after picking up a couple on the last end over Goulburn Murray after 13 ends. Northern Gateway has beaten Murray Mallee. And Bendigo Capaspy Goldfields leading 14-11 after 13 ends.
And on the B green, Metro West is leading 18-4 against West Coast. Two.
Confirmed as 2 to Goulburn Murray. They now lead 13-9.
So, interesting tidbit about this match. Yarra's only won on 4 out of the 12 ends. So there's no doubt that the Goulburn Murray team's been the more consistent team this match. It's just that 5 that they got has obviously helped them. But it is offshooted by the 5 that Goulburn Murray got early. So it's definitely been more consistent from the Goulburn Murray team. Right, some more scores from at the B green. Geelong 18 lead Wimmera at 4 after 12.
That was Yarra picking up a couple on the rink next door, so now lead 19-6 after 11.
Actually, none of those scores have updated since we last gave them out. Excuse me. Sandbelt leading Evans and Murray 23-8 after 12. And the last we get there, which was the close one. 8-all now between Mornington Peninsula and Ballarat Highlands after 10 ends. And the men's pairs semi-final.
And she's back. Brilliant. All the way to it now. Yeah, brilliant.
Geelong have picked up another end. It's another single. 15-9 after 12.
Certainly still an opportunity there. It's a good reply here from Sue Tyson. Just needs to hang around.
Behind the jack. You got one. Make it 2. Shiro. Hillary? Come on, make it 2. Tuck it away. Be even better. Sure. What a bowler.
Two great bowls from Cheryl Atkinson. Just as we said, she probably wasn't playing at her best. She turns it on here, JT.
You lose your bowl, mate. You're rolling into the pack.
Yeah, it's what's required at this stage of the match. You're 4 behind with 3 to play.
So one thing about the way Sammy Atkinson plays and skips is they can pick up big numbers.
Correct.
She hasn't been a mile away. There's been a couple where she's just got the wrong side of a bowl or whatnot. Certainly never count her out. Oh, just missing by a whisker. Jennifer O'Connor.
Ball's only half a ball in front. You just inside that.
If Jodie Neville can hide it around the corner, it'll go very good for the Yarra team. She's definitely played it with the right idea.
Yeah, come to a good home.
Look at that get away though, the last 2 yards.
It just turns at right angles, doesn't it? You can see the way that angle that bowl's finished on.
If we're in the olden days, Tone, and using the old Dunlops and Slesingers, it'll turn back towards yourself.
Correct.
A yard, mate. Make your correction.
The good old days, JT.
I actually, believe it or not, I wouldn't mind it going back that way. Every bowl was...
Same.
But if we had quick greens, we'd be waiting all day.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We're waiting for bowls each rink, and you try and time your bowl, and don't know about that.
Coming to a really good home.
I'd rather see the rinks be wider
Yeah, got a lot of value.
than go with narrow bowls. Similar sort of talk in golf at the moment. Gary Players come out overnight and said, you know, we've got to get balls back 50 to 60
Got to do the ball roll
yards
back. Yeah,
or-
they have to, because you run out of space.
Yep, and
Golf.
driver roll back as well, I think.
Golf clubs just can't keep getting more land.
Yeah, it's like a trampoline hitting a driver these days.
Yep, I'm all for it.
This is not a mile away.
This is very
JT.
close.
Jack back, well played.
And goes all the way back with it.
Jenny Hill
What a bowl.
picks up the shot. They were in a bit of trouble there. She's come to the rescue.
Bring one down to the red. Ball in front.
Doolan just wants to come down and have a look at the head. Not really any value in trying to remove the bowl, so sitting it out's probably the play. It is in front of Jack High though, isn't it? See. Brad, are we able to get that camera down just slightly? Yeah, it is. So
Be interesting. I think the better shot from the angle we're looking at is backhand, but which is what she's playing. I like that. Good positivity. The only one down. Land the red bowl, get the jack underneath.
Yeah, for the Goulburn Murray ladies, slightly different scenario.
Well, they got another one. Like, it's not like they got stacks of seconds against them, but you'd love to have another one roundabouts.
Yeah.
Put some scoreboard pressure, knowing that if the Yarra team doesn't get it, they're going to be a lot further behind.
Jenny Hill played a beauty with her first, second one out of bounds. This looks a slightly better track, if anything.
It's definitely
Got a
tighter.
hold. No, not going to. Doesn't want to remove Jodie Neville's bowl. Still only one down, so.
I didn't hear that.
Kerry Leash just said, approaching her team, said, "Good shot, Jenny." She goes, "Oh, you got to be lucky sometimes, don't you?" There wasn't much luck in it. It's a good bowl. Very humble. Well, I want to say Gippsland have just about iced that game with that end, but Jack Sharman has just put the jack in the ditch. They're leading 14-10. David Dawes has one bowl left to come over there, so we'll keep you updated. Back to Kerry Leask here.
He's obviously, I'm just looking at Dawsey's rink there, must be looking for a toucher to run into the pit. Two.
So that's
They'll be 6 up.
16-10
Playing the last end.
against a relatively well-credentialed Goulburn Murray rink. Back to action here with Sammy Atkinson on the mat.
Watching from Ireland, and they call me JT also. G'day, John. Hope you're well, mate.
Oh, perfect. Another JT.
I was going to say afternoon, good evening.
Not far away here, JT.
She's awfully
Just
close.
needs
She's nearly
to
drawn
hold.
this. What a
Wow.
bowl. That's a very good draw shot.
JT.
She's awfully
Just
close.
needs
She's
to
nearly drawn
hold.
this. What a
Wow.
bowl. That's a
Brad even
very
got the
good draw
replay.
shot.
What a bowl. Kerry Leach changing hands now. Try and follow the Atkinson path.
Just a fraction wide.
Yeah. So what does Sammy do here? Does she play with another probably 2 foot of weight and either sit the red bowl out, take the jack back?
Like, you need the one, right? Because that gets you 3 down, 2 to play. That's gettable. Obviously, 2 and 3 would be better and get you right back in the game. The problem is if you don't get it right, and like she plays a draw shot again on the backhand, she only has to turn the red over once and she's down. So
Danger.
I think the forehand is the safer shot, which I think is what they're looking at. If you're looking at Sammy's hand there going, I think I'm going that way.
I think she's more of an aggressive player than that, though. I reckon there's an equal amount of danger on that hand.
No,
Looks
the only
like
one
that's
that you
what
can
she's
give
doing.
shot away, I reckon, is if she happened to turn Jenny O'Connor's bowl, which is sort of the bowl to the left, a yard out. That's a long way to punch in.
But this with enough weight, if you miss it high, you can bring in Jodie Neville's bowl. If you miss it low, you can do the same. Or jack.
You'd be playing more. You'd be playing with a yarder weight to make sure you take
correct.
the danger away. Just
There's a good reason why she's out here and I'm sitting on my bum here in commentary.
first part's all right.
Clear it. Oh, it was so close.
Oh, yeah. Might have heard Sammy in the effects mic saying it was so close. It was.
It is one though. They've stopped that run of 4 ends.
They do. 13-10. Lead to Goulburn Murray over Yarra. 13 ends gone, so 2 ends to play. Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields leading Strzelecki in men's fours round of 16. 18-11 on their last end. So Strzelecki needing a 7 to go an extra end or an 8 to win it. Northern Gateway got over the top of Murray Melly earlier on. And Gippsland leading 16-10 on the last end over Goulburn Murray.
And B Green Tone.
Yep.
Mornington Peninsula leading Ballarat Highlands 12-8 after 11.
Just grab this camera from behind the head. Let's see, Cheryl.
All good, Mum.
Weight's not bad.
We've had a couple matches finish. West Coast, Metro West defeated West Coast 21-4. And the same margin, Geelong defeated Wimmera 21-4. And the third match out there is a finish as well. Sandbelt defeated O&M 24-9.
Okay. So big margins there across those three.
And then the men's pairs semi.
You get it, I'm back to you.
It is game on. Geelong has scored another end. That is 6 consecutive ends in a row, and they've scored a 4 to be 15-13 down.
So that's the semi-final of the men's pairs.
Yeah,
Winner
so
of that.
Strzelecki's leading 15-13 after 13 ends.
And at one stage they led what? 15...
15-3.
15-3.
Yep.
Goodness me.
6 ends in a row from the Geelong region pairing. Scotty McLaughlin and Dan Priddle.
So the winner of that will be in the final, which will be the next match we live stream. They will come up against the Lilydale boys, Luke Lamont, CJ Sneary.
They're just chilling out this morning. I had a chat to them before.
Yep, nice and relaxed. They've done all their work last night. So the only match we didn't cover in all that, JT, was men's fours round of 16. Yarra leading Eastern Rangers 19-9 after 12 ends.
And that one's probably nearly over.
You'd think so. 10 shots with 3 to
The
play.
Eastern Rangers team is a good team, but it's just 10-3 is hard, particularly
Yep.
with the team they're playing against.
Interesting setup here, JT. Everything behind for Yarra, everything in front for Goulburn Murray.
Yeah, mate. Just got to pass yours for shot. Taking you, sir. You get yours, it's okay.
Yeah, nice bowl from Jennifer O'Connor. It's the shot bowl.
It's probably the loosest end in a while. Still chances for both teams to really jump on and capitalise.
Oh, even a 1 or 2 is great for both teams here. It extends the lead, obviously, for Goulburn Murray, but gets it within striking distance for Yarra. Again, Jodie Neville just a touch through.
Anywhere in there's in the cow.
Jenny kind of not far away. I thought for half a second she was going to flick the jack to herself. Still room. Like if you look where Sammy's putting her feet for jack high, it's probably a good 2-3 feet away. So that's how much room for shot is at the moment. See David Dawes driving over there on ring 4. He's not getting sick, so he's trying to kill the end.
Yep. Got one bowl left. What does Jack Sharman do? Does he try and put something in to block it?
I don't think there's any apparent danger, so they don't have to cover. I reckon that purpley white thing that's halfway down, not halfway down there, a couple of yards short, was probably an attempted blocker.
Yeah.
How's Trish going? She looks tight.
Halves the jack the right way.
Yeah, that actually worked out really well. I thought that she
Probably
was
4.
sliding too much, but she had enough pace to hold it up that little bit longer.
Just back cuts the jack at will.
If Yarra's going to get an end and a big end, that's much better the way it is now.
Yep.
Jenny Hill's having a run at it. Oh, that was...
Plenty of room to draw in there. But it was exactly what Kerry Lease called her to play.
And the Gippsland team is through in that match over there. They've defeated Goulburn Murray. Let's make it 16 to either 11 or 12. Sure to be updated on Bowlslink correctly shortly.
Yep.
Now through to the quarterfinal. I think this can be played either way, and this is obviously what Sammy and Triss are looking at. They either can play backhand and turn it to themselves even more, but even if they draw forehand, a little movement's still roughly where their bowls are.
Yep.
I'm not sure whether Carrie asked Jenny to run at it or not, but I don't think the run shot's the right shot for them. They dropped one
She
down.
did ask her to,
Yeah, but one down's good shooting, and then there's plenty of
That's
room to
right.
draw it.
Yeah. So Northern Gateway are through in the men's fours. They'll come up against Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields, who are almost through. And Gippsland is through. And they'll come up against what looks like it's going to be Yarra in quarter-final action. And watch this bowl from Trish Doolan. We'll give you the other half of that draw.
It's out in the good country, and it does turn late if she's got good speed. If she's got good speed.
That's two very good bowls from Trish Doolan. Back cuts the jack and then draws one in.
Kerry Lease changes it. The shot selection now. It's forehand draw. That's the shot. You don't want to drop a margin on the second to last end.
It's not a bad track too, is it, JT? Needs to hang.
Well, it's better. One roundabout, so definitely one to the Yarra team at least.
Keen to see what Rose Smith signals this as.
One.
It is one, yes. So the other half of the men's fours quarterfinals will be Metro West taking on Geelong and Sandbelt taking on the winner of Mornington Peninsula Ballarat, which is currently 12-8. So Mornington Peninsula just picked up a 4. They picked up a 4, a 3 and a 2 in the last 4 ends. They now lead 12-8 after 11.
There's a couple options here.
Very good fields.
Couple options here for Sammy. She could draw forehand, get a little bit of jack movement's all right, or she could play backhand. Same thing. If she moves the jack that way, it's good. She could even sit the red bowl.
I like that option. And I think she's going to have to consider, depending what Kerry Lease does, about that red bowl.
She's playing forehand tone, so obviously she's confident in the draw out there. And it gets a little... Someone's moved. There was a little kid walking past behind the head. Right, it's out there on the good line. Actually, might be too good a line.
Yeah.
Oh, the speed, actually, no, or I'll take that back. Just the speed held. All Kerry got to be trying to do is get another one in the head, roundabouts.
very cool, calm and collected is Kerry
Yeah,
Leask.
she never seems flustered, does she?
No, she's seen all this before.
Jenny, though, has stopped our view.
Yeah.
Don't know what's going on. Well, that could have stopped the other shot that I was looking at. Unless she goes straight for the red.
I can see the ball.
You see it, you play it. We all back you to play your shot.
Haven't been hitting it.
I know, but now's a good time.
That's you for one.
Now's a good time to hit it.
They're very close to us, so we won't say anything just yet.
In the famous words of Dane Swan in math science, his theory is, well, if you're getting a result going a certain way, at some stage it's going to come back anyway the other way. So with what Sammy's saying to Triss, I haven't been hitting my runners, which I've actually observed the last couple of days, and that's usually her weapon. Well, if you're going to get one now, it's the right time to get it.
Confidence is such a wonderful thing.
Backhand, looking to get the red clean.
It's definitely the right shot.
Pretty close.
She's not far
Pretty
away.
close.
She's not far
She's
away.
very close.
She's no, in the guts.
Oh, she just halved one of her bowls.
Doesn't
out.
matter. It's still
It's still
five, I
gotta
reckon,
be-
Tone. I still reckon it's five.
I reckon it's 5.
Yep.
I wouldn't have thought it was quite that many, but that'll bring the confidence back. I would have thought it was 3 or 4, but
She was Stewie Jew, and she got it.
there we go. Looks like 4 is the paddle count. See on this slow-mo replay, it just might tickle out Cheryl Atkinson's purple bowl. Actually, it might not. It's still in, actually.
Right. I'm thinking the white bowl could have been the one that was nearly in as well.
Well, the paddles put up were 4, so it is 4 or 5, which certainly this gives Kerry Leask something to think about. Leading 13-10, but down 4, maybe 5 on the head. What a shot. Bit of credit to Trish Doolan there, who said you can see the shot and we'll all back you to play it. While all this is going on, Yarra picks up another 4 shots. They're leading 23-9 in the men's fours. Round of 16 match, so that'll be the last end there. There's 14 shots the difference, so barring them dropping a couple of 7s or a 6 and an 8, that one's all she wrote.
It's the first bit of pressure. Probably been on Kerry Leask all match. Real pressure.
All right, let's see what Kerry Leask has done.
Backhand. It's not pointed too bad, Tone.
Track's good.
It's all on her speed now.
Got to slow down.
She's not far. She don't want to slide all the way through.
Oh, it's a cool game.
Wow. She's played a pretty good bowl and probably a bit stiff with the result of not getting full contact on that orange.
Well, the white bowl was definitely in, JT. I thought that was the one I was worried about. So you'd imagine both purples will be in and orange probably not. So Kerry Leask did cut one out if that's the case.
Maybe. Depends which is their closest bowl.
I would have thought Kerry Leask's bowl was closer.
Three.
Angle
she-
slightly deceiving. We're all tied up, JT. One
What a
end to
bowl.
go.
What a bowl.
And the Yarra girls have gone into a very tight huddle.
$13 all. 14. Last end.
So it was paddled as 4 before that shot. So that bowl of Cheryl Atkinson must have been just sort of rocked out of
Enough.
fourth
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
A little bit stiff there, I reckon, Kerry Leask. She played that really well.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Just
a lot of...
like she lands the orange flat and flat falls in.
Yep.
I think maybe even back to 2.
No matter which way you cut it, it's 13 shots apiece. The last end is underway. Now, this is interesting. Cheryl Atkinson has been directed to go a longer end. They've been very short on almost all their ends. They've decided to go, I don't know if it's tee to tee. I can't quite see how far back the jack is, but it's pretty close to the tee.
We've commented that it probably hasn't been a normal Cheryl game, but what a time now if she can actually play like a long end and you nail that first one.
Yeah, that's what wins matches.
And she's not far away with this.
Yeah, that is super well played. It'll be about a foot and a half behind. Any score can win this match. Sue Tyson, who's probably had the honours in the Battle of the Leads today. Pretty good reply as well.
Beautiful weight. How's her speed? Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good set, Mum. Very good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. Well played, Cheryl Atkinson. And looks like they're going to shake hands on the rink next door. They do. So Yarra is through. They will play Gippsland in the quarterfinals of the men's fours. Back to action here, and Sue Tyson, absolute peach of a bowl.
Great
She's
bowl.
been very good today.
Better check that men's pairs, Sammy, whilst we're just in the early stages this last end. Whew. Geelong Bowls region has won now seven ends. Actually, is that 7 or 8? Seven, yep.
Yeah.
And they now trail 15-14 against Trislecki, playing the last end now. So we have another cracker at the back out there.
Good. We've got 3 seconds now, Joe. Set this up. Good ball.
Did they have an extra end in their quarter final, I think, didn't they?
The Geelong team did,
Yeah.
yeah. They got a 4
That's
last end
right,
against Alvin Murray in the live stream match. And what about that Mornington Peninsula Ballarat Highlands match?
Men's fours round of 16.
It's now 14-10 in favour of Mornington Peninsula after 13. Right, let's get back to the action here. I still don't think the match winner's been played yet, Tone.
No,
I think
agreed.
there's chances.
What do you see, mate?
You know what I'm doing? I'm putting the jack already.
If you want to change over
From tee to tee.
Absolutely.
just wait to hear. Set the ball, trail the jack,
Like, who cares if you drop 1 or 8? To me, there's good angles there to arrive on the forehand. You got the back bowls behind you. You sit the shot bowl, you get your hold in the match, and if you get the jack in the pit, you nearly won the match.
Hard to argue with your logic.
Hang, Jody. Jody.
She's awfully close. Got to hang
Got to
now.
hold.
All good.
She stayed up. Cheryl's bowl will be taken out of play.
They've still got probably 2 seconds.
Jenny O'Connor's just pulled out of her shot there. She was ready to deliver, but
Brad Marin's gone with a prediction. Doolan, Jack and the 10 to win. I'd still be playing that shot, Tone.
it's got a little funnel there now, doesn't it?
Be the hero. That's what everyone plays this game for, doesn't it? Be a hero to win a state title. I love this moment. Here's his pre-shot routine you can rely on. It's not as aggressive as I thought. No. But it's coming now. It's coming now.
Oh, really good.
That's a touch of gone back.
3 seconds.
That's why not to be overly critical, but that's why playing the half weight or not the full weight leaves you in danger of that. You go hard at it, well, okay, you might bang it still straight back in the pit, but if you bang it on the angle, you bang it in out of bounds potentially. Potentially takes away the jack in the pit option now.
Sammy just marking.
I was going to say, very
where that bowl
experienced. That
is.
was very good.
Probably shows her intentions as well.
Did Jenny Hill get to second shot then or not?
I reckon it's got to be. Trish DOOLAN's had one sider.
It's not terrible.
Give a little, just a little. Oh, mate.
Oh, she didn't need that first. If she got past the blue one, she landed the red, she was a chance of... Well, she's definitely going to get second shot and a chance of getting shot. Good effort, not far away.
It's close, JT.
Yeah. She doesn't want to back edge jack though. Well, it's 3 now. What that does probably though, it gives options either way for Sammy now.
As in, can go back to the
Backhand, forehand.
Yep.
Before that, it was probably just only a forehand shot for her.
All other matches now finished on this green. Just the men's pairs semi-final going on B green.
Can't hear any
the
roar and
final,
a yah-yah going on it there yet, so... How's your camera going, Brad? Can you swing it around to that B green and just see what's going on out there? Yeah, you know, you're talented enough or what, you know?
You're going to get whacked in the eye in a minute, JT.
That's all right. Don't need it. He's lost it. Rightio, here we go. Big first bowl of the Skipper's Bowls. Looking...
Oh, JT, 13 shots apiece, last end.
Forehand tone.
Skippers to come.
It's definitely a runner.
Yep. She'll bring the house down if she runs this in the pit.
Get the red. Get the
Oh,
red. Get the red.
Dools, get out of the way.
Well, she's got back to she got second shot now.
So pending Kerry Leask's bowl. Sam will have to make a decision. Does she go the jack or go the bowl?
Oh, at the moment, if they got second shot, which I believe they have, she's definitely going the bowl next
Yep.
one.
Much
But
bigger target.
Kerry will be trying to take that option away from her and get another one in there.
Kerry's got 2 bowls to come, so she's always going to have last ping at it.
Right, how's she tracking? She doesn't need to cover back. She got the touch in the pit. Some yah-yah going on the B green now, though, Tone.
Yeah.
Well, Rowe Anna Smith indicated 1 at a measure, but I still think you go on the bowl because if you get the right edge of the...
Same bowl, jack or bowl.
2 seconds still.
Bowl. Here we go, Tone. She
Excited
misses.
for the reaction.
The Goulburn
She
Murray
gets it.
team.
And then Kerry Leask will have another shot. So this is what it's all about, JT. 1 down, scores level, 1 bowl to come.
Well, I don't think she's going to get it to Jack. I don't think she's going to get it to Jack.
Oh, and she halves it directly to the opposition bowl.
Well,
Ginny Hill signals one.
congratulations.
Great final.
Oh, what a match. Goulburn Murray team take out the Victorian Ladies State Fours Championship.
A great effort. So Sue Tyson, Jennifer O'Connor, Jenny Hill, Kerry LEASK can count themselves the 2024 Women's Fours champions. Commiserations to our runners-up today. Cheryl Atkinson subbed in, Jodie Neville, Trish Doolan and Sammy Atkinson. It was a great match, played in good spirits. High quality affair, JT, never
good.
a lot in it.
Great game.
And this replay of this one, was tracking to get the
She
jack the
finned
whole
the
way
jack.
down. Just gets the edge of, and unfortunately for Sammy Atkinson.
Like, obviously the game's over, but if she gets any more of that, it's probably going in the back corner where Jodie Neville's bowl is.
Correct. There were options aplenty, but that is the way this game works. JT, thank you very much for your thoughts and words in commentary, and of course, Sammy Rogers, who was in. Brad, for producing the show. Thank you very much also to the City of Greater Bendigo for allowing us to play state championships here, and of course, Bendigo East Bowls Club, all their green staff and volunteers for a terrific Women's Fours final. That will be a victory 15-13.
Correct.
It's the final score after the 15 ends here for the Women's Fours State Championships 2024.
We'll be back after lunch with the men's pairs final. See you all.
Okay.
I'm going to have to change the kangaroo grass again. Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, I got it right. Fine.
I love my Hemsellite bowls, whether I'm in Australia playing with my Dreamline XGs or playing in the Northern Hemisphere, winning 2 gold medals with my Tiger bowls. I know I feel confident and comfortable with the line, and I know they'll get the job done.
Jeannie will start happening for us. Oh, she'll be slow. I wonder how the other Goulburn Murray boys went.
No, I'm not worried about anybody else.